Los Angeles, California, with the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
What is up, friendaroonies? And welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined by a man who has completely farted his pants and underwear off of his body and is now using his boner to conduct the LA Philharmonic Orchestra. That's Jeff Clark.
What's up, Illuminati?
And beaming to us from the center of an erupting volcano, the bearded booger-eating fire god known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo, rah, rah.
We're back, coming to you on a Wednesday. That's a weird one, huh?
Didn't we used to record the podcast on Wednesdays?
We've
We
probably
did.
done every day of the week except for a weekend.
But I think
Except for Friday.
but the last time we made the switch back to Monday, we were doing it on Wednesdays.
Yeah. It just depends on where our actual jobs take us. And being that this one has sort of become my actual job.
I feel like we flip-flop between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday over the years, with the primary recording days being Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
But I feel like there was a year run of Tuesdays there. Didn't we switch it one year to watch South Park? Or no? Probably not. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, for switching MSPH recording day for TV programming is, I don't know if we were ever that bold.
I mean,
No.
we do it for sporting events.
That's true.
We do.
National Championship College Football.
Or when
Yeah,
the Eagles
one of the
play on
most
Monday
important-
night,
it's
or
like-
when the Giants play on Monday night, or when there's some big other event on Monday night.
Yeah, once these two deem something more important than you guys in the Puminati, like watching TV, we turn on a dime. This time
Yeah.
it was my fault.
Well,
This time I'm the culprit.
things happen, and it might give us some stuff to talk about in the Patreon.
He was
Or not in the main
Pennsylvania.
episode, excuse me. Not the Patreon, the main episode.
Yeah. I mean, I had to jet set off to Florida, spend a little time with the family. Not one of my gigantic family trips. Those have kind of petered off after my grandpa died. I think what happened is now that my grandma is sort of by herself in Florida, nobody wants her to stay by herself for too long. So somebody's always kind of on Nana duty.
Your aunt doesn't live near her anymore?
She does. She's about like 30 minutes and change away from her. But, she's got her shit going on. And, she can't be... my mom used to be down there. My grandpa was down there. I mean, it was more her just going to visit him until he died. But, I think right before I got down there, two of my aunts had just spent like 2 weeks visiting her. So it's like, all right, well, they're not going to fly back to do another big group trip. So this one was just myself, my mom, my sister, her husband and her kids, and my grandma. We got an Airbnb for a few days. I flew down a day early to sort of take on some uncle duties, trying to help things out, smooth the trip out, picked up the rental car a day early, rented this
Was it a minivan?
Oh, yeah.
Was it a nice minivan, though, at least?
It actually was. Like these, I feel like if you get any car that's built in the 2020s, it's kind of sick, no matter how lame it is.
Yeah, I feel like they all have like reversible cams.
Yeah, and they're like, the reverse cam on this minivan looked better than my fucking webcam for YouTube here. This thing was sick. It had every single door except for the front two had control in the remote. So there was, those minivan sliding doors on each side, the trunk, everything I could just do remotely. So I was showing my nephew Jack that I have superpowers. And I was like, you want to see a magic trick? And I would stick my hand out and then hide the button.
Uncle Karki's skills must have really just blew that little guy's mind.
Oh yeah, he didn't even say anything. He just stared with his mouth hanging open, like fucking what? But it was sick. It drove nice, big touchscreen. Um, it sat the seven of us, and being that I didn't want to submit the whole family to like thrash metal and black metal and shit, I just hit some '80s playlists, and we ended up listening to a lot of Huey Lewis in the News, which
No, no talking heads.
no, there was some Talking Heads in there.
Me and you listen to talking heads while driving to Austin, downtown Austin.
Yeah, fucking Talking Heads are sick. They're one of my favorite
Yeah,
bands.
I found out
Oops.
that one of your favorite songs, or your favorite song, is a talking head song.
Yeah, has been
What
since I
is
was a
it?
kid. God damn it, this fucking thing. Hold on.
Oh, here we go.
I probably just exploded everybody in the Puminati's ear holes because my fucking headphone jack is going crazy. But yeah, Road to Nowhere has been my all-time favorite song probably since I was like 8. Oh God, I think I got it. I think I got it. Oh, that's nice. That's the good shit. Hearing everything crystal clear. Boing. But yeah, what are your
You
guys'
sound the
thoughts
same
on?
to me, but I guess it
No,
might go different to the recording and stuff.
it was more for my cans, I think, and I'm not talking about my titties.
For your
Which,
nubs?
man, my Nugatos, fucking 6 days in Florida made them quite voluptuous.
And you're now a B cup.
Yeah, I'm now. If I took my shirt off, we would get flagged for nudity right now on YouTube. This episode would be taken down. But what are
me,
you?
and, me and Cheech, when we were driving to Bill's house yesterday to watch the basketball game, one of our neighbors, he grills pretty often. He lives in an like a little apartment complex or whatever, but he'll like bring his grill out and grill on like the on the sidewalk. And he's this old dude, and he always grills with his shirt off. And she's like, I don't. He does not have the body to be that to have his shirt off and be that confident. I was like, well, I don't think it's confidence. Like, I think if he asked him, he wouldn't be like, yeah, my body's tight. I think it's just he doesn't give a fuck.
He just wants his titties
But
out.
yeah, but he was just saying, like, I don't know, it's not warm enough to be in I don't give a fuck mode, which I thought was interesting. Do you think like I am not someone who's gonna have my shirt off because I am too fucking fat, but is there like an acceptable time of the year where anyone can be shirtless?
I mean, I will say
Or maybe it's a degree. We were just doing degrees.
I mean, anytime in Florida that's not November, December, and January, like it was fucking hell hot down there.
Yeah, dude.
Like I mean, just in May, late May, it was in the low 90s every day we were there, which isn't even that bad because I've gone to Florida in the summer where it's like in the 110 range, and it gets down
Yeah.
to like the hundreds at night. And with the humidity, like I don't know, I'm like I sometimes carry these. Have you ever seen those blue little sheets? They almost look like Kleenex, and it's in like a little packet, but you rip them out, and then you wipe your face off with it, and it turns clear, and it makes you less shiny. It gets like all your oil and shit off your face.
No,
No.
what's the name of the product?
I got some in my bag right here, but I keep them with me because I'm I don't know, I'm a very oily guy. There's got to be some sort of like Greek or Italian in my genealogy, but it's worse in the warmth. So if it's even the slightest bit muggy out, I just glisten. So I used to take them with me to, when we were doing the Ellis show, because we would take a picture with a guest after the podcast, and I look like I just got done with a fucking 40-man bukkake. I'm just glazed. So down in Florida, the second we walked out of the Airbnb, I would look like a Krispy Kreme. and it was bad. I could not handle that year round.
It is 20 degrees below the average temperature here right now. Below the normal average.
These are my thingies. Clean and Clear oil control film. And look at this. You take it out, and it's just this thing. It's a little blue, like plastic thing, and you wipe your face off, and it turns clear, and it looks like fucking wax paper. But I always
So it's
have
like
them-
help prevent acne? Like how do you I don't know like how you become noticeably oily.
It says on the box, instantly removes excess oil and removes oily shine. So I'm one of those motherfuckers that I just glisten. And it's not a
I
good
think
look.
you're misinterpreting sweat as the oil that those are there for.
There is sweat involved, but it is also just me being a glistening guy. And it turns clear when I wipe my face off. I think I just sweat oil, which is pretty cool. I'm sure that ups my fucking bonability factor with Carl. Here's my boyfriend made out of wax. Check out his Nugatos too. I scored with
Don't be
this one.
don't be so down on yourself. She puts up with your fat oily body.
Yeah.
Don't worry, George does with me too. I'm fat and sweaty. Then it does not need to be 100 degrees and humid out for me to be fat and sweaty.
No, it was nasty down there. But we had a pretty nice Airbnb, and I kind of figured this going into it, just with a 3-month-old and a 2-year-old. A majority of the trip was spent them just getting ready and getting situated and put in the fucking car, taken out of the fucking car, naps. And the rest of it was
Did
just
you
filled with
change a
meals.
single fucking diaper?
No. I mean, to be fair, it was mostly just my mom.
Bunch of chicks there.
It was the parents doing the changing. I don't think my mom changed the diaper, but Jack's getting to the point where he's dropping doodles in the toilet, and he likes to have an audience. Be like Uncle
It's just
Carkeys,
that the
come
door
watch.
opened?
No, he'll tell everybody. He'll be like, gotta poop, and we're like, oh, you gotta go. He's like, Jack's gotta poop. So as he's getting like shuffled off to the bathroom, he's like, Uncle Carkeys, come watch. And then my mom is called Mana, because in my family, if you misspeak once, it's kind of like here on the show, like Scheid Frimp. If you say something wrong, you're getting made fun of it forever. And when Joy was a little girl, we lived with my grandma, who we call Nana, and she was trying to call one of them, but her wires got crossed. So she said Mom plus Nana and just went, Mana. And then we all just started dunking on her. And
She can never live it down, huh?
no. And now, to this day, my mom's grandma name is Mana. So he's getting ushered off to the bathroom. He's like, Uncle Kevin, come watch. Mana, come watch. Nana, come watch. He wants an entire audience to watch him take a crap, which, you can tell there's blood relations here.
Yeah, take a shit on a jumbotron. I like that, Jack.
Once that kid gets a smartphone, he's gonna be texting us his turds. But
Can't wait.
the baby, I think there were 3 times where there was a fucking doo-doo explosion that blew out of the diaper. And I'm there to be an extra set of hands. I'm there to help, but I'm not doing fucking baby
That
diarrhea
is
explosions.
The worst. That is the worst. Tracy and that happened to me with Bradley in a Chi-Chi's bathroom.
He like shit down his legs.
Like,
Oh God,
he
none of the
pooped,
Chi-Chi.
it was in the old days of there being no reason to have your cell phone in the bathroom with you because it was just a fucking flip phone. They barely took pictures even. So like my phone was sitting on the table He pooped. The boy's mom stayed at the table with Draven. I took Bradley to the bathroom, opened up his onesie, and from the back of his neck to the bottom
Oh,
of his ankles was covered in shit. And I had no way to call for backup. None. Like, it was just, I just like, luckily we had extras of everything because everything just went in the trash. Like, there was not even, like, I'm not, fuck it, we're down a Carter's onesie. We'll figure it out.
You got an extra change of clothes for him?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
I had one of
But he
those
was
2 weeks
maybe
ago.
I don't even think he was a year old. Like, he was little, and so that means I wasn't even 21. Like, I had never combated this before in my life, and I just like went in there all confident, like opened up the onesie, and he was just covered in shit.
It's like somebody threw in a brown like paintball grenade. Wait, what the fuck?
Like
You step on a
somebody
claymore?
had an ink pad of poop and just kind of ran it, just kind of pressed his entire back on it.
Yeah, that happened. That happened at the park, and I think my sister needed a change of clothes. One time at the Airbnb and one time out at a restaurant. I was just like,
Just
man,
a poop detonation. So it's just a poop's not as funny to you anymore, huh?
oh, it's funny. I didn't have to deal with it.
No.
She
That's
Lucy
fair.
wore the Puminati onesie quite a bit this trip, didn't she?
Yeah, she made her own custom one. Yeah, I mean, it was sick. It was a sick trip, you know. I've
Any interesting things occur on either of your flights?
Shenanigans, if you will. Travel
just
shenanigans.
some gnarly turbulence. My sister when they flew back to Newark, they were this was something I have never experienced and I don't think I've ever heard of, but they were like a foot from touching down on the runway, and then out of nowhere the plane just skyrocketed back up, and the pilot got on later and he was like, "Yeah, I didn't like the way that landing was looking, so pulled out. We're gonna go up and circle around and try that again." Just like, oh shit, that is fucked.
Dude, that'll get your heart racing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that'll.
So
Um,
did people clap when they landed?
I didn't ask her. She just sent that as a text, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Fuck, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is kind of gnarly.
I just
how
had a
did the
lot of
kids do flying?
Apparently, I didn't get a report on the flight back, but on the flight to Florida, they were stoked. Like, baby didn't
The
cry once.
children.
Yeah,
Oh,
no crying from the baby. Jack was just like, because this is his. He's been flying around since he was born, but you know, your brain is pretty much just fucking mush. And he's at the age now where it's like landing. It was like, so for the past 2 weeks, he's like, going to Florida vacation. And they're like, yeah, Jack, we're going to take a trip. And so this is the first time it's like landed on him like what is about to happen. Like he's about to go on a plane, go far away. There's going to be palm trees. They were like looking at palm trees on the computer. So this is the first time he's ever been like excited about a vacation and knows what's about to happen.
Um, how much longer do you think it is before he gets bummed out that he's going to a spot in Florida that isn't Walt Disney World?
Well, I think they want to wait until the baby is a couple years older
Well, yeah, I
so
mean,
she
you
can
definitely have to
appreciate it.
wait till the kids are 5 or 6
I
before
mean,
you go.
it might get to a point where when they're that age, we might just have to make our Florida trips to Orlando because, dude, they just opened. I saw pictures on Seek's Instagram because I guess he's working at Universal in Florida now. They just opened their Nintendo World, which is apparently double what LA's is. LA just has really fucking cool aesthetics and one quote unquote ride, which is the Mario Kart thing that you sit in a cart with a visor that just projects other Mario Kart racers and you push buttons to shoot shells at them. And it's just augmented reality on like a little visor. So there's no real ride element to it. It's almost like the Haunted Mansion, but the one in Florida has a Donkey Kong Country minecart roller coaster to it, which I'm sure isn't exactly gnarly, but it's probably way more fun. So I'm like, yo, you guys just say the time and place, and I will be there for, a Disney Universal Florida trip. But they want him to be a little older. They want her to be a little older so she can actually remember it. And also, I forget what age. It's probably at least 4 or 5 you would want them to be, so you're not carrying them the whole time.
Well, you
Yeah.
wouldn't be carrying them the whole time now anyway.
Yeah,
But
that's right. You
also,
have him in a stroller.
it also depends on fucking crankiness, too, because depending on how cranky they are, sometimes they don't want the stroller. You'd be like, no,
Brad
no
was
stroller.
6, I think, when I took them to Disney and Universal.
Yeah. That's
And
the
we had a
window. That's when to
blast.
do it.
I mean, he was big enough to ride Tower of Terror, so we rode that a shit ton in Disney World.
Yeah, Tower of Terror ruled. I haven't been to Universal in Florida in a long time, but the last time I went, they had a pretty sick Spider-Man ride that was kind of like the Simpsons ride in Universal, where it's
3D,
it's like
yeah.
3D,
Yep.
and you're not actually moving, but it feels like you are, and you get the butterflies. And they had an Incredible Hulk roller coaster, which I remember being fucking sick.
That was also one that we rode a bunch.
Now I don't know what it looks like these days.
That's Islands of Adventure,
Hmm.
is what it's called. Is where the Marvel Land is, which I'm surprised Universal still has now that Disney owns Marvel.
Yeah, who knows? But it's a good trip, man. That's got a lot of good food. Got the pie cakin delivered. That was a big hit.
Was it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You got the red velvet kind, right?
I did. And I tried
Fuck yeah, dude.
the first bite that I took of it. I got a little forkful of each one. So if you didn't hear, the pie cakin it's like a giant cake, and when you cut into it, the bottom layer is a chocolate pecan pie. A little layer of icing. On top of that is a cherry cheesecake. A little bit of icing on top of that. Red velvet cake. Icing and sprinkles on top of that. And I got a forkful of each and ate it. And I think the one thing fucking it up was the cherry of the cheesecake. That was the one element that didn't mix when you put them all together. But I did find a little sliver of cheesecake that didn't have any cherry swirl in it. And I got a triple bite of that with the red velvet and the chocolate pecan, and that was bonerific. That was wonderful. And then they were all delicious on their own. So I think everybody was very like ooh ah with the gimmick because I surprised them with it. Like the delivery came and I was like, check this. You motherfuckers ready to have your minds blown? Watch this. And I was like, oh, what?
Check, come here, check this out.
Oh yeah, when he heard what a pie cakin was, he did the same. Like his mouth just hung open. He was just like, what? Oh my god, Florida is awesome.
Pie cake and land.
And he took like a few bites and then he smashed it all with a spoon. And I don't think they wanted to give him the pecan pie yet because it had like, obviously whole pecans. And I don't think this day and age you're supposed to give kids nuts that early.
Tough them off. Give him some nuts.
I don't want to change gears for too long, but I just got a notification that one of my aunts has requested to follow me on Instagram. What do I do?
Send her a dick pic.
No, that is definitely not.
Do you still have that picture of your dick that you sent Jeff when the Devils won or whatever that was?
That was like 4 phones ago. No, I don't have more
saved
phones
it.
ago than that.
I saved it. You want it?
It's in Jeff's spank bank permanently.
I could draw you a photorealistic picture.
Why would what's holding you back from allowing her to follow you? I mean,
I don't
can you do
know.
anything in that
I don't do
sketchy on
anything. I don't think I do it. I don't almost never post, but if I do, Maybe some weed in there every now and then.
Yeah, is any of that going to get you in trouble?
With her, I mean, what does it matter? They're my Texas. She's a Texas aunt.
They just banned THC 100% in Texas.
Yeah. Yep. Which is crazy because I've never been into a state where in the liquor store they had a larger selection of the marijuana infused seltzers than that liquor store in Texas.
Not
So
anymore. Take that,
that's a huge
freedom.
bummer.
Take that, freedom.
They got
But
the Delta 8 there, right? That's
It's
what we
all
kept
banned.
seeing signs.
it's all banned.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's all.
Yeah, they got everything.
so like this is super recent.
Yeah.
Like within the last week.
No shit. Oh, that sucks, Texas. It's all right.
Yeah.
You guys got a lot more. You got a lot of other freedoms. I mean, not sports betting, not weed, but I'm sure
Or
you're fine.
porn.
No,
They can't
no,
watch porn either.
No
no
abortion.
abortions.
Other than that, free as a bird.
You can get guns. That's sweet.
Yeah. You can fuck
Guns
your
are
gun.
sweet.
You can fuck your gun. You can smoke your gun. Who needs weed? But
You can board a kid with a gun. Too violent.
man, I will say Florida, and it's fucking gorgeous. Everything there is like I always forget how green it is because L.A. nice weather, sunshine, palm trees, but you go to Florida and L.A. is a desert. He just built all this shit and planted palm trees in a desert, but Florida is just like built for that shit, and it is
It's
just
subtropical.
it's so goddamn green. But I mean, it's so hot too that not many flowers can survive, so you don't see a lot of flowers, but just how green and rich it is, just visually, is just like, man, if Florida had LA's weather, it would sink into the fucking ocean due to how many people were living on top of that piece of land. That would just be paradise. It's just
Yeah.
a shame that like it got colonized by fucking shambling old mummies, yeah, cousin fuckers, and meth head supercross enthusiasts.
Well, there are some cool people in Florida, like your Nana.
Yeah, she's chill.
They probably got some great Italian food too. A bunch of old Italians moved down there to retire.
Oh, dude,
My
I got
Galupi's
sick.
parents have a spot down there.
I got sick deep dish down there.
Really?
Not
How
as
was-
good as Massa's, but fucking close, man. I got pepperoni and green olive deep dish pizza, and whew, man,
That's a zesty choice. The olive is one of the few things Sheech doesn't like.
man,
I don't know why I randomly thought about that, but I randomly thought about that.
It did it for me. But yeah, I wanted to circle back because I first started going to Florida when I was a little kid. When we lived with my grandparents, my grandpa was kind of like having a good run at things at that time. He was killing it as a lawyer, so he just had a second house down there in Jupiter that we would go to, and we would go there never when it was like hot. I didn't experience a Florida summer until I was, I don't know, in my teens. But as a little kid, we would go and spend a week or two there for Easter every year. So it's got like this one of those just deep-seated core memories for me. It just feels like a childhood, reliving childhood memories and shit.
Nostalgic.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's going there now as an adult. I was like, man, it really does feel like I'm living through a memory and putting on 80s music and Huey Lewis in the news. Pooey Lewis. Wait a second. Pooey Poois in the Poos?
That's too much poo.
A triple poo.
That's too much poo.
But what are your guys' thoughts on Huey Lewis? Because I feel like he's kind of, I think he's an unsung hero, man. Dude's got bangers. I feel like
I
he doesn't-
enjoy me some Huey Lewis music.
What, Shuddy's Wax of the Week? for this over the summer? You can do some Huey Lewis in the news.
Let's see how easy it is to get Huey Lewis in the News vinyl.
Oh yeah, it's only vinyl.
Well, no, it's not only vinyl, but
I mean, like you like to stick to mostly vinyl for your wax a week.
I
I
mean,
mean, that's the
if there's stuff I like, I'll get it on vinyl. But I listen to it all streaming. Um, but I can get pretty much any Huey Lewis album for not too much. So
I mean, dude got 2 songs at least on the Back to the Future soundtrack.
it's the power of love.
I honestly don't know a lot of Huey Lewis. I actually know no Huey Lewis off the top of my head. So
Most of them are just kind of just upbeat, happy. He's got like, out of all of his hits, I think he's got one slow song that still kind of fucks. That one that's like oh god, what is it? If this is it, ooh, pop, then let me know. If this ain't love, baby, let me know. If this is it. That's like
The
his
heart of rock and like
Heart of Rock and Roll. You could beat your meat to that song.
I've jerked off to less.
if this is it and the heart of rock and roll are both off of the Huey Lewis in the News album called Sports.
Oh yeah. I feel like Patrick Bateman was a big fan of that one.
Yeah, that's my best and biggest memory of Huey Lewis in the news.
When he
It's Patrick Bateman listening to it.
burying an axe in Jared Leto's head.
Yeah, while listening to it.
Yeah, that really was like the icing on top. Just driving around Florida, Jupiter, same area as I went as a kid, listening to fucking Huey Lewis. It's like, all right, man. Life still got some zest in it. This is sick. My Nana's she's getting up there in age, and I'm seeing a lot of the similarities.
She's still all there.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
mostly all there.
Yeah, she's still all there. But she, life is kind of like it's like a big boomerang. You if you live long enough, you end it the same way you start it. Shitting yourself. Need a lot of things done for you.
It's pretty much the point of Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Yeah. I mean,
I love that movie.
Jack and my Nana both have no inner monologue. It's just stream of consciousness fucking flowing. Like, I could read you a whole bunch of quotes and we could play a game. Was this Jack or Nana? I just saw a bird.
That would actually be a lot of fun.
Could have been either of them. Everything they see, I have to say it. And it's funny, too, because like we talked about it. We did an episode, the first episode on Patreon of the new season of Crafter Jeff Shuddy Edition. I thought it would be fun to watch it with her, and then she could pop on mic for a couple minutes and give her thoughts real quick. But the whole time I'm watching the episode, she's walking in and out of the room and bringing shit and showing it to me. And then, like, just talking at me like I'm not watching a show and taking notes. And then it was kind of like the same thing when everybody showed up and we put a movie on or something, and she's just talking about dinner still. And my mom has less patience for it than I do. So she's like, "Mom, we're watching a movie. You got diarrhea of the mouth." And then when we were watching a movie with my mom went to bed early, and we put on some Netflix movie, that new one with Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz, and my Nana's just talking through the whole thing, and she's like, "I don't even know what's happening in this movie." And my sister's like, "Well, yeah, it's because you're kind of talking the whole thing." She goes, "Oh, yeah.
Shut the fuck up."
Your mom called me diarrhea mouth." And Joy just starts laughing hysterically. And she's like, "Is that true?" Looking at me. I'm like, "Well, kind of." She told her she has diarrhea of the mouth. And she's like, "Yeah, you do kind of, every thought that enters your head comes right out of your mouth." We're watching a movie, and she's talking about, wasn't dinner good? I can't believe all the options they had. They had hamburgers. They had French fries. They even had, like, breakfast stuff. They had eggs. They had sandwiches. And meanwhile, everybody's just sitting on the couch watching a movie like, oh, my God. And when she's not talking, she's coughing because she's had this cough thing for I think over a decade at this point, where she always sounds like she just took too big of a bong rip. So if she's not talking, she's fucking coughing. And it's not like a gross, like loogie, phlegmy cough. It's just a dry cough. But she's like, so dinner had pizza and hamburgers and cheeseburgers and clams, and we're just like, oh god, how are we gonna? Let's turn the subtitles on.
Speaking of dinner,
Yeah.
how was the Polynesian restaurant?
Oh, dude, it was sick. It
I
was.
thought it was
sick.
just a tiki bar.
No,
Did it-
dude, it is.
No, they had hulas and the whole shebang.
They had. Hold on, let me see if I can send this video to email it to myself. Because it's at this place called Mai Kai that's been around since the 50s, and the decor in there. I mean, it is straight up my alley. It's all tiki Polynesian themed. Like it looks like you're inside a giant grass hut. They did not skimp at all on the aesthetic. Like everything is dressed to the fucking nines. Okay, hold on. I'm emailing this clip to myself because I was filming a story, and then all of a sudden something a little more epic happened than I was expecting because it's dinner and a show. So you book the reservation, you get a showtime starts at this, so show up at this time so you can eat dinner, and then you'll be done with dinner by the time the show starts. There's a stage in the middle of the restaurant. So once you're done eating, you got some tropical drinks and stuff, then the show starts and you're just watching it on this stage. And part of it, like they have these girls in grass skirts that come out and do hula dresses. They have the dudes coming out in their version of a hula thing, and they're doing, the traditional dances of Polynesian islands, and they come out with face paint and stuff, and then the big grand finale is the fire dance, and they come out with like a baton with fire on the ends of it, and they're spinning it around, throwing it up in the air and catching it. And I was trying to film as much of it because, now that everybody has a phone in their pocket, like nobody, back in the day when I was a kid, there was always a camcorder around and people were filming shit and you get home videos. And I feel like no one really does that anymore. So I was like, I'll document this whole trip. I'll make us a nice little home video that I can send to everybody. Okay.
Yeah, how you can edit it on like iMovie?
Yeah.
Nice.
I actually did that on a trip we took 7 years ago, which I'm glad I did. It ended up being the last actual vacation that my grandpa could physically be there for. Let me see if this will open. Oh God.
It's like the fucking Kevin Kraft One Shining Moment.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh shit! Hold on, it autoplayed. Okay.
I gave you sharing permission.
Okay. That was going to be
So
my
you can
next
screen
question.
share.
Okay, so I just downloaded my IG story. I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit on this. So here's towards the end of it. Dude, spinning his fire stuff on stage. Play. Gonna twirl behind the back, throw it up in the air. Oh! Right into the audience.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's like when you flung your shoe at that audience member in the comedy show, except way worse.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Personal like crap.
But the show was sick. Jack was sitting across from me, and he did the same. I think that this trip is probably going to be his earliest memory because his mind was blown through so much of this. The fucking pie caking, the tiki dances,
the fire juggler.
I was filming it and then would pan over to him and jaw on the floor, just what? And this looks like a place that would be at Disney because when you pull into the lot, they have like a big volcano built in the parking lot that's got waterfalls. There's water features everywhere, giant tiki statues. It's fucking impressive, man. And this place has been closed down for years, so I'm stoked it was open in time for this trip. But, I mean, the food was fucking great. We got some drinks that really kicked our asses. Yeah. Great trip. I mean, and then on top of that, dealing with my grandma who never stops talking, the kids who were throwing kind of like fits every now and then, and it wasn't like the most relaxing vacation in the world. Especially for my
No.
sister and her husband. They were just like, fuck, I need a vacation after that vacation.
Yeah, vacations with kids that small are not vacations at all.
No, that was a lot.
Yeah, they're fucking business trips.
Yeah.
Uh, how was Jack with the butter? Has that addiction waned or is that still?
No, he's still. You pretty much, if you want him to eat something, you have to put butter on it. We had to put butter on his chicken nuggets, which I was like, ooh, mental note. I'm going to have to try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't take a bite of one?
No, he's at that age too where there's always boogers flowing too. So everything he touches gets all like snotty, and then he offers you a bite, and you have to pantomime eat it because you're like, I don't think I want to eat fucking baby snot right now. And when he had the pie cake and too, oh dude, it was so funny. They took the macadamia or the pecan pie out of it and gave him a slice of the red velvet with the frosting with the cheesecake, and he was sort of just like whacking it with his spoon, and
Which is a genius idea.
it turned into just this pile of mush, and then he took a scoopful and he was like, Daddy, try! Daddy, try! And I watched just the fear of God go into Jeff's eye looking at this fucking spoonful of like mush and probably snot, and he was like, I don't want to eat that, buddy. And then he started getting upset. He's like, Daddy, try! So he had to be like, ugh. Fucking took a bite.
Wait, why was there snot in there?
Because there's an endless river of snot pouring out of, they're fucking toddlers. They're a stream of fucking booger snots at all times.
All right, fair enough. In the pie, I mean the cheesecake velvet cake fucking mixture sounds bomb. I would have tried it. Like, sure, give me that snotty fucking concoction.
Oh, I feel like the salt of the snot will accompany the mushiness of the cheesecake.
Comes Uncle Jeff with a G. Give me a bite.
It was such a good trip that my mom fucking changed her flight. She's still there.
Oh wow, she's moving back to Florida.
She wants to. I mean, the heat. She was like, "Fuck, I got used to this at one point, but this is a lot." And it's it's because it sucks all the energy out of you when you go outside. But she stayed down there.
Sure.
Went down to the Keys with my grandma and my aunt who lives down there. So I had to. We talked about it last week, but they canceled. They're canceling all these flights out of Newark, and their flight from Newark down to Florida, or no, from Florida back to Newark got canceled. So the only flight that they could get left at 7 a.m. Obviously you're traveling with two kids. It means you got to get to the airport even earlier. And I was the one who volunteered to be the driver, so I had to wake up ass early and take them to the airport, which kind of blew. Jack's like,
how far from the airport were you?
Not far. Luckily, it's only like 15 minutes. And Jack does everything in third person, so we're driving to the airport, and he's like, Jack's not even scared anymore. Jack's not even scared anymore. And we're like, what's he talking about? And the theory was that being that when he goes to bed, the sun is still out, and when he wakes up, the sun is out. He never sees it be nighttime. So we kind of just thought he was telling us how brave he is, that he's not scared that it's dark out. But whole trip there. Jack's
That's
not
a
even
huge
scared.
milestone.
Jack's not even scared anymore. Jack's not scared. Jack's not even scared anymore. We're like, oh, good job, buddy. You're super brave.
Scare the shit out of you, Jack.
Man, and then
Give the rest of that pie cake and
I can only imagine what it's like just my mom and grandma sitting in a room with my grandma's never-ending stream of consciousness and diarrhea mouth. And my mom, she's not even that old. She's like 62. That's how old Tom Cruise is, and he's out making Mission Impossibles. And my mom is now reached the point where she does sentences with intermissions. Like, oh, I think we should go to 30 seconds of silence. It's like, go to what? Go where? Oh, did you guys see?
She'll just leave it
Oh!
mid send like mid thought, or will she pick it back up?
Yeah, because she needs like 30 seconds to remember the second part of what she was trying
Yeah,
to
she
say.
sets it up.
Yeah.
She sets up her point.
Yeah, then she needs an intermission to catch her breath, and then the sentence gets finished. But in the meantime, my grandma is talking about the fucking menu at dinner and coughing, and she's like, "Oh God, this has been great seeing everybody." But between exploding poo diapers, the two people with no inner monologues, and then sentence intermissions, I was like, "All right, I've my life bar is full. I've replenished my soul with family time, and I'm ready to go back." But yeah, that was the trip.
Doesn't it feel great landing back in Southern California, dude?
Oh yeah, when I got off the plane and walked outside, and I'm like, it's not cold, it's not hot, it's just fucking comfortable.
Did
It's
Cara
perfect.
pick you up, or did you have to Uber?
No, she dropped me off this time. She took me to the airport. I got a cab back because for some reason LA dropping people off, no biggie. Picking somebody up, it is like an hour ordeal once you get on LAX property.
Yeah, because if you miss them, you have to go around, and that might take a while.
Yeah, so at this point, it's just like, all right, if you take me to the airport, I have no problem getting a cab home. But, I mean, shit, speaking of, oh, wow. So I forgot one thing. I got a new celebrity that my mom told me I look like. And for once, it wasn't a chick. And I could not disagree more, but it was so ridiculous I had to tell you guys about it. My mom thinks I look like
Javier Bardem.
the dude from The Bear.
Oh, Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah.
That's exactly who I thought she was gonna say.
Really? I was like, that guy looks like
Well,
fucking
he
Willy
is-
Wonka.
I
He
can
has-
see it a little bit, but it's not. It's the only non-woman that I could think of that you even resemble.
See, my
why do you like? Do you not take that as a compliment, or you think that are you bummed out by that comparison?
no, I'm not bummed out by it. It's just like, what? That's like, hey, Kevin, you kind of look like Terrence Howard.
Okay, so if Bill
That's not
Jackson
apples to
doesn't
apples.
put you on Carmy, put me on Maddie Matheson and Jeff on Richie, then what do we have him around for?
Yeah, Bill Jackson, we got the bat signal out for you.
I only
Yeah,
stood
you still
one third
haven't
of
even
that.
seen the bear.
No,
Oh, it's so good.
Were you
The
just
new
listing?
season
Yeah.
comes out soon.
You were just listing bear characters. That's what that was.
Yeah.
See, I have my one aunt. She told me that I look like fucking Chris Evans, and I was like, I'm going with that. I am no longer.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm no longer Tilda Swinton, baby. I'm fucking.
I
Captain
did
America.
not know that you had an aunt with impaired sight.
I would say
I thought
she
you
has
were gonna-
enhanced vision.
I thought you were going to go with a shot at her IQ, but sight, fair enough. Dude, you should get into the bear though before the start of the next season. You got
I
Hulu,
know.
right?
I do. Yeah,
Oh man,
I want to
yeah,
check
you
it
should
out.
check it out.
That's Hulu. That's how I watch MasterChef. By the way, Crafter Jeff Shuddy edition. It's already back. It's back on fucking Patreon. You got to subscribe.
New episode tomorrow.
Yep,
Dynamic Puos. We got a big,
it's coming, baby.
nice little week here, MSPH, or the end of the work week at least.
It's
Between
going to
that,
be a solid 6-day span for us between this Crafter Jeff and then Trevor Goober on Monday.
Yeah,
massive.
big things,
Yeah.
Kevin. Big things.
We're doing a Dragon Ball Queef on Friday as well.
I would like to. I have to. I have to go get my blood work done on Friday morning.
Oh no,
So I'm hoping
Or
that can be a
is
quick.
it like standard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which also, it's just like, man, I just ate fucking dog shit for a week. So, my blood work results are going to be terrible. It's absolutely horrible. But whatever. I got the fucking thing scheduled. What can I do? But yeah, I would. I have a feeling we'll be able to sneak into Dragon Ball Queef, thread the needle after my blood work. Um.
Sweet.
Oh God, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so Tom Cruise. This is a big movie weekend. I didn't get a chance to go to the theater at all, which I kind of figured was going to be the case. I'm going to see the new Mission Impossible on Friday, and then Saturday, Carl and I are going to see Bring Her Back, the new horror movie from the guys that did. I almost said Talk to the Hand. Take My Hand? Is that it?
I don't. Have I seen that one? That doesn't ring a bell for me. Take my
That's the
hand.
Australian movie, right?
Yeah. Which I thought was really cool. Nope, it's not Take My Hand. Fuck. I'm an
Yeah,
idiot.
because I'm looking at Take My Hand. I was like, wait, this is a horror movie?
Hold
It
on.
says romance drama, actually.
I'll just look up Bring Her Back and then go from the director. Their first Talk to Me. God, talk to me. Talk to the hand, Take My Hand. I was going to get there at some point, but Talk to Me. Talk to Me was sick.
Oh, I remember that. Damn, that came out 3 years ago now?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck. Time flies.
So this
That's
is the
crazy.
follow-up, which is also like Talk to Me got really good reviews, and people are also flipping out about Bring Her Back, saying that's awesome and creepy. So yeah, I gotta really put some heat on my AMC A list because I kind of want to see that fucking new Karate Kid movie too. They got Ralph Macchio back, and it looks like the fight choreography in it is like a kung fu movie. So I'm kind of pumped for that. And then it's just summer movie time, so everything is off to the races. You got new Marvel shit, Fantastic Four movies coming out. God, yeah, I mean, just a whole string of shit. So I haven't had a chance to see Mission Impossible yet, but Jeff, you got to see it, right?
I did. I went to the TCL, excuse me, Chinese theater to go see it. We went and saw the first one was Dead Reckoning, right? The
Yeah,
second one's Final Reckoning.
yeah. They called it Dead Reckoning Part 1, and then
Yeah.
retroactively changed it to just Dead Reckoning, so this one could be Final Reckoning.
Well, we went out to Thai Ruan Pair and saw
Oh,
Dead Reckoning. I think you were included in that group the last time we went and saw it at
Yeah.
the Chinese theater.
it was awesome.
So this time we didn't go to Thai. This time we went to Korean and went to this place called Anju House, which is like literally a Korean spot, like in a pretty much in a house. The parking situation was completely fucked, but the food and service was fucking bomb. It is definitely a place we're gonna have to check out, Kevin. The waiter kicked
I'm in.
ass. So we got, it was a bit of a time crunch because Bill's girlfriend's car actually got like fucking hit while while it was parked while they were just chilling. So they didn't even find out until like she went out to their car to drive and meet us at the Chinese theater because we went with a big group. There was like six of us. Once she saw that her car was fucked up, she had to like call insurance and work through insurance. So Bill, his girlfriend, and his girlfriend's brother got up to Koreatown a little late, so we had to kind of eat fast, and the waiter was just like quick with everything. We the movie that we went and saw was a 6:30 showing, so we got there in time for happy hour, and the fucking waiter kept giving us like a countdown, like on when happy hour was going to end and coming around. Like, you guys want more beer? Want more soju? It's fucking sweet.
Hell yeah.
Food was bomb. Mission Impossible. The Chinese theater kicks so much ass.
Yeah, I love that place.
You know what's funny? Actually, I took a picture of this too. They still have the Steven Seagal handprints and footprints outside of the Chinese theater.
Have they ever gotten rid of anybody's?
Well, I think they cycle stuff out and make room for, because they're always doing those ceremonies of people putting their hands in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they like rotate some in and out because I don't know. There's been so many Hollywood like movie stars that have done it. I wouldn't think Steven Seagal would make the cut. It's not like he's had a movie out recently that's been like some blockbuster hit.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's still doing out there. So I guess either answer explanation would be believable. Like they don't rotate him because that's why Steven Seagal is still there, or they do, and that's the only reason he made it back. I don't know. Either way. Uh, I'm kind of stumbling here because I'm not as good at reviewing movies as you. I took a sweet planned like 25, 30-minute nap when Tom Cruise went underwater. But otherwise, I mean, it was sick action. The nap didn't take away from my enjoyment of the movie or the experience itself.
I mean, it's almost a
And
3-hour movie.
yeah,
So-
dude.
That happy hour just puts you into fucking nappy time.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
More
Jeff,
like
was,
nappy hour.
Jeff, take nap time. Jeff, take
Yeah.
nap.
And I mean, I knew it was going to be like a 3-hour movie, so I kind of had it. Again, it was planned. I had it in the back of my head that I was going to take a nap the whole time. I was just hoping I wasn't going to sleep the entire movie, which I did. I picked I think, the perfect time to take a nap. I got to be honest. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm going to suck 3.5 Tom Cruise dicks. I'm a little confused about the entity, and that's the nicest way to put it. The entity is like the bad guy, kind of, in Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, and Final Reckoning. It's like the thing that they're.
It's like an AI, right?
Yeah,
They're like
yeah,
out to stop
essentially AI.
an AI program.
Yeah, but it was like so vague, and I didn't really get. I don't know. It was kind of hard to follow or be as invested because it wasn't like that cool of a villain. Like Philip Seymour Hoffman and what was it? I think Mission Impossible 3. That was a cool villain.
Yeah, he was an excellent villain. I love that
I
movie.
mean, yeah, that movie kicked ass. And then this one was pretty good. Like the stunts were insane. It's crazy that this fool is still doing this shit in his 60s.
Yeah.
Actually, he's going harder in the 60s. And it was awesome to go out and see the movie on the one of the biggest screens in the world, Chinese theater, doing it big. But ultimately, I'm only going to give it a 3.5. It wasn't like a must watch, in my opinion.
All right.
I mean,
See,
if you've seen the first 6 of them, I guess it is, and that's my situation. I watched the first 6 Mission Impossible, so might as well.
It's being rated as or hailed as the best movie of 2025 so far.
By who?
Your favorite aggregates? I think Rotten Tomatoes said something like that.
Go figure. I thought you were going to say Outkick. I'm pretty sure a few of the writers at Outkick loved it. It's like, yeah.
I mean,
Fair enough.
I thought it was crazy that Lilo and Stitch movie came out and beat Mission Impossible at the box office.
So that's why we haven't seen it yet, because the AMC here was playing Lilo and Stitch in the Dolby Theater with the reclining seats.
Oh,
And
How does
Draven
Tom
wouldn't
Cruise?
go-
How does
Draven
Tom
wouldn't
Cruise
go
not shut that shit down?
Because it was on the IMAX screen at the theater, which doesn't have the reclining seats. But the movie was shot for
I see.
IMAX. And Draven wouldn't go sit in regular movie theater seats to watch it.
wow, what a prima
I don't
donna.
blame him. Fucking 3-hour movie. I want some reclining seats. That's the one, I guess, drawback between from the Chinese theaters. They don't have reclining seats. Their seat situation isn't that sick.
Yeah, because they take up a lot of fucking real estate. You can put more people in the theater if you have just regular chairs.
Yeah, fair enough.
Man, well, who knows? But next week for sure, I'll have my review ready. Shuddy might.
I will definitely have it. Whether he goes with me or not, I will see it this weekend. So,
Wait, Kevin, you said Carl's going with you to see Bring Me Back, but she's not going with you to Mission Impossible?
No, she doesn't really care that much.
I feel like women are anti Tom Cruise. Most
Yeah.
women that I've talked to don't like Tom Cruise.
I think
Like my,
Tom Cruise with his like Scientology and Katie Holmes stuff like rubs some women the wrong way.
for sure. My mom doesn't like him. My girlfriend doesn't like him. Your mom didn't like him. I
Nope.
remember talking about that with her at Korean barbecue.
My nana
Carl,
doesn't like him. But
he's
my
the
nana.
anti-poon.
You should have heard like every now and then my nana out of nowhere would be like, I hate that Diddy. And she is
Oh, really?
so pissed at Diddy.
I don't know enough about the Diddy story to talk about it intelligently. I just know that he could be
She's
an epic scumbag.
she's
Seems like
getting
an
How do
epic
you
scumbag.
feel about Kid Cudi taking the stand? Because the internet has been torching him for being a snitch.
well, yeah, I think the hip hop community is calling him a snitch,
Yeah.
but it's just like, I don't know. Diddy's a fucking piece of shit. Fuck that guy. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, isn't some of the crimes he's accused of worthy of being snitched on?
Yeah, except Kid Cudi was there to snitch on Diddy for lighting his car on fire.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm torn on it.
I don't think, from what I saw, Kid Cudi wasn't snitching on any of the sexual assault allegations as much as like, this dude's a psychopath. He lit my car on fire because I was dating Cassie secretly. Like,
Yeah, I don't think Kid Cudi is in a position in his career where it matters about snitching. Um, but oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah, he's
I
doing.
don't have any. Oh, I don't really listen to a lot of Kid Cudi to be honest, so it doesn't really matter to me.
I
the
feel
only
like
reason Kid
I don't-
Cudi. Go ahead, Kevin. Sorry.
well, I don't really follow much of Kid Cudi's music, but I just see him more doing acting stuff. Like he was pretty good in that the X movie, and dude, funny enough, I watched because I'm a 4-year-old on the inside, and I love these Sonic the Hedgehog movies. They're fucking awesome, and I made a point to watch the Knuckles TV show, and he's in that. And that Knuckles show was fucking great. So I feel like if the hip hop world shuns him, he's fine. He's gonna keep acting and being in shit and make his money that way.
Yeah, I don't think his like
He's
career's gonna be
also
ruined.
he also has some sort of what crazy science degree. Like he's legit smart. Let's
well,
see if I can.
If he gets blacklisted from acting, he just become a scientist. Dude's got plan A, plan B, plan C. He'll be fine. But yeah, so the reason I'm going to see Mission Impossible without Carl is just because like she's not as like I have to see these movies in the theater as I am, and she's also not as excited about all these movies that are coming out as I am. So it's like, all right, you tell me the ones you want to see, and we'll see those together, and I'll go to the other ones when you're teaching yoga. And I don't think she gives a shit about seeing Karate Kid. The ballerina John Wick movie, that's coming out soon. The new
Strong female lead. She's not pumped.
nope. She wants a John Wick only movie. She's not interested if the spotlight's on somebody else, even though John Wick
Oh
is in it.
wow,
John Wick's in it, but
feminism my ass.
the new Wes Anderson movie, The Phoenician Scheme, I want to see that. I want to
That
see
comes out this weekend. Well,
28
maybe
years
for
later.
you.
28 Years Later is coming out. There's a new Pixar movie coming out. Those are usually good for a watch. You know, obviously Bring Her Back. What else is coming out? Oh, man, for the weeb boners like me, there's a Dan to Dan movie. I didn't know that until I was scrolling through the fucking AMC coming soon, but I'm going to go see the Dan to Dan movie. That series fucking kicks ass.
We did a Dragon Ball Queef on that one, right?
We did. That was the one with the aliens and calling their dicks bananas and probing people and the witch who wants to gobble up the guy's schlong.
All right.
Yeah, Dan to Dan is sick.
Yeah, it sounds tight.
What else? I mean, I'm just going to go see it because it's fucking Brad Pitt. I'm not terribly excited about the F1 movie, but Shuddy, you got to be pumped with your F1 pants.
I am real pumped.
A new Jurassic
about it.
World movie, Superman, fucking Fantastic Four. I'm getting my money's worth with that AMC pass. Well, speaking of movie adjacent shit, the short film that I directed, I finally got the official permission to publicly list it. So, if you'll remember over the summer, I did directed a short film for the Mess Hall Film Festival. It's just a restaurant in Los Feliz. It used to be the Brown Derby, which was like an iconic old school Hollywood spot, and it's now Mess Hall. And they, for the last 3 years, have done a film festival put together by the staff and the regulars there. And the whole thing is you have a budget of $0. You have to build a crew and find a whole bunch of people that are willing to work for free. And either the employees or the regulars that are friends of the restaurant write these shorts that take place in the restaurant. They center around it. And then when the restaurant closes, you have until the cleaning crew shows up in the morning, the overnight, to shoot it. So, they did a handful of showings at the restaurant in Los Feliz, and I know, not everybody in the Puminati can fucking make it to Los Feliz. So I'm glad I was able to, it was kind of a pain in the ass, but get permission from the Writers Guild and all that to list it online. So if you want to check it out, it's called Waiting for Gosling. You can search it on YouTube.
It's very good.
Thank you, Shuddy.
You're very welcome. I watched it today.
My friends Julie Dirk and Gretchen Enders wrote it, and they are, they're doing real shit in the industry. They've got pretty heavy hitters on their resume. I think their most recent thing is they were writing for that Netflix show Frankie and Grace, or Gracie and Frankie. Grace and Frankie. So very fun script from them. I got to direct it in an overnight shoot, which those are not fun, but if you only have to do one of them, it's not too bad.
And if you don't blink, you get to see Kevin.
Yeah.
I rewound it like 3 times. I'm like, is that Kevin?
But yeah, I put a link of it up on the Patreon because I know sometimes typing stuff into YouTube is a task too far. So it's available right there. It's on the bonus level productions page, so you can check it out there. And I have a new short. It's not exactly new, but I've been working on it for around 9 years. And that is going to be finished somewhat soon. That the Canadian dude that I met in Austin, Christian Trenier, he signed on, and he's like, I told him about the project. I was like, I just need post. I just need to get it across the finish line. So he contacted a few people. He signed on as the post producer, and it's getting close to the finish line. So once that's done, that'll be up on the bonus level productions page as well. And it kind of sucks.
Whatever you did in Austin really endeared us to him, because he is Puminati now, because he follows me on the socials.
Yeah, he's the fucking man.
So
yeah, I think we follow each other too.
Yeah, I'm pumped to like officially be doing something with him, and hopefully we get to do more shit together after this animated short is finished and posted. And this one's a long time coming. I think the animation got done 9 years ago with the help of myself, and Will Pendarvis did the storyboards for the animator, and it's finally going to see the light of day. So I'm pumped about that. So if you subscribe to the Bonus Level Productions YouTube page, you'll get it immediately once it's posted, if you get the alerts and all that shit. Okay. Where are we on time? I think we're doing good. I think we got time for a game, if you guys are feeling it.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
This has got to be the Facebook game, because I didn't prepare anything. So.
Well, good old Shuddy Boy wants to be the first one to blow a load. That's right, we are doing the game show sweeping the fucking nation.
Weird fucking Facebook shit.
I don't mind Shuddy blowing a load.
Well, too bad, Jeff. You already ate it. It's in your belly getting digested.
That's nice.
So, for people who are not familiar, weird fucking Facebook shit there's a Threads account that does a lot of the heavy lifting for this, that just finds and aggregates the weirdest things people are selling on Facebook. I get a screenshot of it, and Jeff and Shuddy compete to see who can get the closest price amount. It's like Price is Right on PCP or crack. And
I prefer PCP.
this first one, I found, I guess, as a meme on Facebook. And this is, if you have a drug test coming up, this is some clean piss with BUP or BUP only. I'm not really sure what that means, but it looks like this guy has a display case of drug tests that he's passed, just proving that he's got clean piss. So if you want to buy this guy's piss to use for your drug test,
It is buprenorphine. Buprenorphine.
oh
What the fuck is that?
yeah, I don't know if that information is going to help you guys with your bidding, but how much do you think it would cost to buy clean piss off of this dude on Facebook?
So,
Ugh.
buprenorphine is a medicine used to treat opioid addiction.
Oh, so this is only to help you pass a drug test if you're being tested for painkillers?
It would appear that there's bup in the pee.
I am so confused.
Okay, so
Not
the
important,
person
Shuddy Boy. How much are you going to buy this piss for?
$5.
I'll go at least $25. So I $25, I guess.
Well, I forget how we do this. Jeff, you're closest,
But if he's over, he's
Yeah,
but
DQ'd.
you are over. This
unbelievable.
This
Was it
piss-
$20?
was $20.
He didn't do $19.99. That'd have been hilarious.
No, just an even 20.
So this test is either for people who are supposed to be on the opioid medicine and are still taking their opioids, or it's to warn people that there's this in the system. But look at all the water.
I know. That's why I
Stuff.
zoomed in on it. It's very alarming, the moisture dripping off this guy's display case that he's holding. I mean, odds are that's piss.
Yeah. I mean, he's just trying to verify the legitimacy of his.
Yeah, he's showing you
Of his
that
product.
it tested clean.
Yeah. So buyer beware if you're buying piss off this guy on the internet. By the way, I know this is a visual thing, so if you're not into the whole theater of the mind, you can just go to youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour, and you can see these items that I'm sharing. Like this next one, which this could be a hot commodity for Jeff. We all know Jeff loves hot dogs of different nations. Where do you stand on corn dogs, Jeff?
Well,
Well,
there's not a bad. I can't say a bad thing about a corn dog.
I know you love putting things in your ass too, so here are some
Whoa.
corn dog holders that, I mean, these are fucking butt plugs. They're butt plugs with a spike on the end that someone has skewered corn dogs on. So,
No, what it is I think looking at the picture, there's a hole in the bottom of the butt plug that the sticks that the corn dogs are on are in.
you don't think that, oh, you don't think that's not metal?
No, I think that's the corn dog stick.
But those are definitely butt plugs.
Those are 100%.
I mean,
Corn dog holders.
I'm gonna go $36. $12 a pop.
How many does it come in the set?
it doesn't say. It just says public meetup, and unfortunately, someone jumped on these quick. They're out of stock.
I'm not selling you my corn dog holders without meeting you in person. Maybe there's just three. That's all they're showing. I'll guess. Shuddy's saying $12 for a corn dog holder. I'll go 15 per corn dog holder. I'm gonna go $45.
Well, unfortunately, 0 points for anybody. You both went over.
Oh man.
This is also $20 for a set of three. That's not bad.
Wow.
Yeah. Deal of the century. I mean, Jeff, just picture Sarah J with one of these sticking out of her ass.
Oh, that's quite the buffet.
The godmother.
You get a delivery mechanism of a corn dog sticking out of someone's ass. I mean, that's good eating.
That's clever marketing is what it is.
Yeah. All right, well, the next item up for bids on
Weird fucking Facebook shit.
another one that'll probably heavily appeal to Jeff. This is called a vintage novelty putter. And if you zoom in on the tip of this putter, that's a willy. That is a schlong at the end of this putter. Prominent dickhead with folds underneath. Maybe this is a circumcised penis with a boner. The description says, fun for the right people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Some golf enthusiasts will not appreciate this, but if you like dick jokes and putting, this could be for you.
Sure, Rory
imagine
McIlroy
taking
has
that out
kind
on
of
the
butterhead.
miniature golf, going out and being like, I'm bringing my own club to the miniature golf course.
Yeah, you go to golf and stuff, they tell you, like, oh, by the way, the wall of putters is over there. You're like, no need. Brought my
I
own.
brought my own.
This is the one that I bring to the golf course with me. It's my lucky putter.
Well, what do you think it's going to take to get somebody to part with their lucky dickhead putter?
Who's got? Is it your guess, Shuddy?
No, I mean, we both failed, so I'll say $45.
Oh wow, that was my guess for the corn dog holders. I'll guess 60.
Damn. Another close one, but Shuddy, just $5
There
short.
we go.
$50.
Getting dominated.
$50 for that putter. That's all right, Jeff. We got a handful more of these. I believe in you. And
I don't believe in me.
I feel like this next one is probably right up both of your alleys. This is a bulk selling 2,500 Taco Bell hot sauce packets. The description says, you know what this is.
Is it hot? It is hot. Okay.
Yep.
Well, it
And
says
it's
hot.
still
Fair
in,
enough.
it's still in the case from Taco Bell, too. So,
He
They-
boosted it right off the truck.
yeah, they took a case, took out the 100 that they need, and they're selling the remaining 2,500.
This could have been just somebody got fired from Taco Bell, and they're like, all right, well, fuck you. On my way out, I'm taking this.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
I'm going to sell it on Facebook.
Who would pay for these when you get almost this many in your bag when you ask for hot sauce when you order your $15 worth of Taco Bell? I'll
Yeah,
say
you gotta be.
$62.
I'll say $17.
Well, that's another point for Shuddy.
What?
Shuddy's going home with these
$62.
2,500 Taco Bell hot sauce packets because this guy wants fucking $200.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is wrong with him?
Maybe he's just betting on somebody being so overwhelmed by seeing that many hot sauce packets together and being like, what a deal. Every time I get a chalupa, they never give me enough sauces.
Never gonna have that problem again.
No.
Set for life.
All right, our
It
next
was
item.
8 cents per packet.
Nah, that's not too bad.
It's not great. It's not great. I can just walk to 7-Eleven, take a bunch.
That,
Actually, I think they have them behind the counter now, so yeah, maybe.
that's less than I proposed charging for a spoon.
It is by 17 cents.
But we're not here to talk about fucking spoons on.
Weird fucking Facebook shit.
We're getting weirder than that. We're here to talk about a 1923 vintage condom machine. This has the original decals, 25 cents. I feel like a quarter would buy you a lot of things in 1923.
Well, let's see.
So the little graphic up top says knockout VD. Why risk your health? In big caps it says public aroused. I don't really understand that, but this is a condom vending machine from 1923, and the description says it comes with the original decals, no key, so I don't know what's inside. I have two guesses, empty or condoms.
I like these chances of getting that right. It's gonna be one of the two.
Yeah,
Just like fucking squirrel carcasses or some shit.
yeah. I bet you there's not
So-
going to be a cop of Super Mario Brothers 64 in there.
Those were basically $5 condoms a piece in 1923 at 25 cents.
But who knows? Maybe this was just like a breakthrough in leap forward in technology in 1923. Like, wait a second. I don't have to get fucking crabs? Well, actually, condoms don't protect you from crabs. I don't have to get
I like that
syphilis
they're
anymore?
advertised as transparent.
For people that want to see their dick.
I am going to go $375.
For a condom vending machine. There's a retro arcade game machine called I Got Next that just opened up in Long Beach, Kevin. I drive past on the way to the gym. I think about you every time. I have to go in there, take some pictures, give you some intel.
Yeah. Well, next week, I should have some free time. Maybe I can make a Long Beach day trip. We go get some fucking subs, play some video games.
I love that idea. I'm gonna guess you guess how much? $200?
$375.
All right, then I'll go 200.
Jeff, not wanting to break his streak, went the wrong direction. Shuddy Boy, another point for you. $450. It's
I'm
pricey.
getting crushed.
It's a pricey condom machine. Well, Jeff, maybe you will have better luck on this next one. Staying in the realm of erotica on...
Jeff, I'll
Weird
let you
fucking Facebook
guess
shit.
first this time.
Thank God.
Oh, look at that. Shuddy showing a bit of sportsmanship. On...
Weird fucking Facebook shit.
This is erotic fantasy of nature. This is a dried up old log that in the center of it kind of looks like a poontang. Excuse me. A kuchana. The description just says make an offer. But if you look at it, this looks old as shit. And this must be what people had to beat off to before the camera was invented. Like, man, I don't know. The inside of this log kind of looks like a pussy. I guess I'll whack it to this. That cloud looks like a tit.
You got to be the horniest motherfucker ever to jerk off to that. But I wonder what was in the old time spank bank.
Ankles, elbows.
Neck.
Oh yeah, she had her neck out.
Oh, that crazy dame had a very fucking bone-tastic nose. Yeah, she ain't gonna stroke it to that. All right, Jeff. What would you
I
spend
get
on
first
this
guess.
to beat your tallywhacker to a fucking old dried up log?
I'd spend like $12 to jerk off to that.
Well, you get to keep it. It's not like you pay $12 fee, jack off to it, and go home. You get to take this home and jack off to it whenever you want.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna stick with $12.
All right, Shuddy, what say you?
$450.
What? I have to win this one. Are you throwing this game? Is that what's going on?
No, Jeff, I think you're just asleep at the wheel. That is another point for Shuddy Boy.
Am I seeing this wrong? How did he not go over? What are you talking about?
He didn't
You're
go over
lying, right?
because the price of this is $500.
I know. How didn't he go over?
Because 450 is
fuck?
lower.
I don't know.
Jeff,
I was
in
mostly
another-
paying attention. I kind of
Jeff-
spaced out a little bit, but
Jeff, in another bit of sportsmanship, I'm going to explain to you how this game works. Each item is more expensive than the last one.
I should have picked up on that. It's kind of
Yeah.
embarrassing.
We drew attention to it the last time we played.
We did? Why didn't you fucking mix it up, Kevin? And be a better game show host.
All right, Jeff. Now that you have new information, the next item up for bids is
$630.
a single-use fireplace. This is a fireplace made out of
wait.
fucking wood. And in the description, it's all oak.
So you just light that thing on fire?
Yep.
The worst fireplace ever, made out of wood. So I suppose you could either just set this thing on fire or put a few logs in it. Maybe you could, if you're a baller, you throw that $500 slab of pussy wood in there.
Yeah, you light a regular fire in that, and then that also goes up in flames.
Slap an old-timey condom on your dick, whack off into it, and then just enjoy this fireplace that will catch fire right after the log burns. But what would you pay, or not what would you pay, what do you think this person is trying to get for a single-use oak fireplace?
I'll guess $1,143.
Okay. Shuddy?
$750.
Jeff, you fucking did it, dude!
About time.
$1,500 for a fireplace that looks like it's made out of fucking karate boards. Ridiculous. Some of these people, we're dealing with fucking crazy people here.
I think, though, that somebody who was having some sort of bougie-ass party and wanted to have some sort of fancy bonfire would absolutely pay for that.
Yeah. If you want to flex, they have literal money to burn. You get a single-use fireplace.
And then you put a stack of money in there to light the single-use fireplace.
Yeah, a stack of hundreds is your starter brick. All right, we've only got a couple items left on this installment of
Weird fucking Facebook shit.
This one's potentially a little morbid. The listing of this just says old grand's hip replacement. So this is a straight up fucking medical
the fucking
device.
first line of the description. Unfortunately, her lease on this has expired.
Does that mean Gran expired? Or
That
she
means,
fell behind on payments and it got repoed?
Well, so here's the thing. The only way you get those out of a body is after cremation. Because those don't burn.
Or my Nana, she had her hip replaced, and the last time she went to the doctor, they said they had to replace her hip replacement.
I mean, that could be too, but the way that it's worded
Yeah,
sounds like Gran is dead.
very morbid. And that's a weird way of saying that Grand's dead. Unfortunately, her lease on this item has expired.
And it needs to be resold. Motivated seller.
Yeah. I imagine you would want to get rid of that pretty quickly. But what is the market for a fucking used hip replacement? Make it cool like shifter knob. Jeff, you actually got one right, so you have earned this first bid.
I don't understand how this is more expensive than even the fucking pussy piece of wood. I'll guess $1,895.
$2,200.
Yeah, Shuddy, you swooped in at the right price for that one. Another point for you. Old Grand's hip replacement is going for $3,000. $3,000 for a used hip. That seems steep.
Well, it might be because of the. I mean, it is made out of titanium.
That's the same stuff that
Jesus.
Wolverine's claws are made out of, Jeff.
Yeah, that shit isn't cheap. Fair enough.
That's what they're trying to get from that planet in Avatar.
Titanium runs around $18 an ounce.
That could be pricey. That could be one pricey hip.
Well, for how much was it? 3,000?
Yeah. And just ask Pooey Lewis. It's hip to be square.
That. Uh-oh. Sounds like. Hold on. Draven!
No power tools.
Turn down your anime, goddammit.
Can you hear my the gardeners?
I heard a little bit of vibration earlier.
I was about to say before we started recording, which would have jinxed it, but no, it isn't a jinx. I was gonna say I felt like the gardeners haven't made an appearance on MSPH in a long time.
Yeah, maybe they switched days. They're now Wednesdays.
Usually doesn't matter though when we record. They just show up. They have like an alarm set to when we're going to record or a notification.
The guy doing the scheduling is Puminati, and he's like, "Oh, they switched to Wednesday this week. Fucking go trim the hedges then."
Yeah, he's friends with Butt Package. He feeds in the Long Beach Intel.
All right, we got two left. 2 items left. What is the price for 2 rows of airplane seats ripped from Southwest Airlines? I don't know why the fuck you would ever want these. Airline seats suck ass. It's not even first class. These look kind of old.
Which we had one of those recently, didn't we?
I think so, yeah.
So maybe this is just like if you're a hobbyist and you're looking to build your own airplane from scratch and you snagged those first class seats, now you got coach. Again, they are from Southwest. Tray tables and all. Exciting. Shuddy boy, what do you think they're going for? 2 rows of 3. You get 6 Southwest coach airline seats.
$5,173.
What was it?
$5,173.
Okay. Jeff, what do you think?
I'll go $4,250.
Jeff, for once, you went the right direction. Shuddy, you overbid.
For twice.
This is an even $5,000.
Mm.
Which means, Jeff, you get to go first on the last item of this week's
Weird fucking Facebook shit.
And this is oops, click the wrong thing. Oh, nope. Do not leave meeting. Hold on. All I want to do is fucking screen share. Calm down, Zoom. This is a weird one. For the car enthusiasts, this is a 1977 Jeep DJ5 repainted or perhaps repurposed to look like a U.S. mail truck.
Nope, that is a U.S. mail Jeep converted into a hot rod.
Yeah, it's got that little extendo thing in the front. Like if this was on a T-shirt, it would be being driven by a gigantic rat.
Yeah, it basically turned it into a tea bucket. Hot rod.
That, that thing does look kind of cool.
Fucking looks awesome.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen Jay Leno driving around the valley in one of these.
Road legal, brakes, taillights, horn, all gauges work, no low balls.
Yeah, no low
If you
balls.
have to ask your girl for money, then just have her message me first.
Wow,
That's a little unnecessary.
shooting shots in the description. Do you want to sell this thing or not?
Yeah.
Don't insult me, G.
Who cares if my girlfriend's in a cosign on it, all right? Motherfucker.
Shuddy, do you know what Dana rear end means?
It's a brand.
Oh. Inline 6, 232. I don't fucking know, but kind of a neat looking mail truck. You'll definitely get some
they
sort of
make
attention.
The rear axle differentials. It's just a brand.
So, Jeff, what do you think the listing is for a 1977 Jeep mail truck?
I'll go. Man, I think I'm gonna lowball this guy. I'll go $17,500.
Okay. Interesting. Shuddy boy, what do you think?
$17,501.
You piece of shit. What was all that sportsmanship bullshit you were talking about? Come on. 17,500. Come on, Kevin.
Jeff, you could have gotten it exactly right if you dropped your offer by $7,000. This is only going for $10,500.
Wow. My actual guess was going to be 22.5. So,
Yeah, kind of interesting. I was surprised too. You know, I always end with something on the high end, but you know, doing my research on insane FB marketplace on Threads. This was
can you zoom in on the left-hand picture up and the on the what would normally be the passenger side?
What do you see, Shuddy? Is there a ghost in there?
No, I'm trying to tell if it's right-hand drive or not.
I don't
And
think
I
this
can't. It looks like it.
I mean, most mail trucks are.
Yeah, because if it was a mail Jeep converted, it would be right-hand drive.
Yeah. Well, either way, Shuddy, you have won this edition of
Weird fucking Facebook shit.
By a score of 6-2, with 2 no points for either.
Just rubbing it in. Shuddy no class, they call him. All right, everybody. Well, there you have it.
Well,
There is your episode of MSPH for the week. But if you need more, don't worry. We got you covered. There is a mountain of MSPH content over at patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. We are officially in MasterChef season. I know it sounds fucking weird if you've never heard us talk about it before, but we have turned a lot of people onto MasterChef. Some people don't even watch the show. They just vicariously live through the show via us and our descriptions. But it is hailed, Crafter Jeff Shuddy Edition is hailed as some of the best content, if not the best content we have ever collectively done. So if you want to get in, it's just starting. Every week we recap and give our thoughts, and Jeff gives a Food Chub score, which is endlessly entertaining, of every episode of MasterChef. So they air on TV on Wednesdays. They end up on Hulu Thursday mornings, and then we connect on Thursday in the afternoon, bang out an episode, and boom, it's up there on Patreon for the whole season. So check it out, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. And if you would like to see these episodes and not just listen to them, you can go to youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. You can also see all the faces that Shuddy makes. Those are fun. The items that are on weird fucking Facebook shit. And then just, our beautiful mugs to enhance your day. So check it out. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that flibbity-flabbity crap. And you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
Jeffrey Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. And at John Cooper Movie. By the way, that screening of John Cooper next week, it's coming down to the wire. It's coming together. It's happening. But I think the theater is even less seating than we thought. I think it only seats 20. So I don't know what we're gonna fucking do. But if you're an LA Puminati and you haven't seen John Cooper yet and you wanna see it, hit me up. I'll see if there's a way we can work this out. They actually don't sell tickets to this theater. So it's just word of mouth RSVP. So hit me up and I'll see what we can do. I still don't even have all the details of it because Dustin's handling this. But I don't know. Hit me up. But you can get a Second Coming of John Cooper poster. You can even get it signed if you would like. And you do so by going to etsy.com/shop/John Cooper movie. Also, if you are a sports bettor and you get sports boners, a good way to bust a sports nut is by listening to Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark.
Man, what a great ad read right there. A little promo. I appreciate that. I actually skipped the Memorial Tournament, golf tournament this week. Had some scheduling conflicts with a few guests, so that sucks. Might come back next week for the RBC Canadian Open. If not, I'll be back in 2 weeks, roughly. Well, no, 10 days with the U.S. Open, golf's third major. But that's all I got right now. The sports betting podcast, it's kind of on a lull, no football. Waiting for football season. So got some golf down the pike, but
In the meantime,
just subscribe.
I'm just betting on snail races.
Yeah, I mean.
But hey, that's fun to listen to.
You can't podcast about, I was going to say horse racing. Can't really podcast about that, but yeah, just subscribe, rate, and review. Do the good stuff.
Yeah.
Help
check
your
it
boy out.
Yeah. Support the homie.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, and we'll be back on our regularly scheduled time next week with the homie, one of the stars of the Second Coming of John Cooper. Trevor Goober himself will be there. So that'll be a fun show. So check it out. And we'll catch you then. But until next time,
Oh, something!